A recess cut into the selector permits trigger movement. As the trigger is pulled, the hammer is released from the sear. The hammer spring drives the hammer forward to strike the firing pin, causing it to travel forward and impact the cartridge primer. Within the primer is the ignition compound and an anvil. As the firing pin strikes the primer, a spark is created, igniting the propellant inside the cartridge. The expanding gases propel the bullet down the barrel, where rifling grooves impart stabilizing spin on the bullet. The gases escape through a small port in the barrel, through the gas tube, and into the bolt carrier key, forcing it to the rear. The extractor grips the rim of the spent cartridge case and holds it against the bolt face until the ejector forces it through the ejection port, striking the deflector as it exits. As the bolt carrier comes back, it returns the hammer to its cocked position and stays held back by the disconnector. When the buffer reaches the back of the receiver extension, the action spring returns the bolt carrier forward. As it returns, the bolt strips a new cartridge from the magazine and directs it into the chamber. Simultaneously, the extractor clips into the rim of the new cartridge. Releasing the trigger releases the hammer from the disconnector, and again the trigger sear assumes control of the hammer, readying the rifle for another shot. Military variants of the AR-15, such as the M16 and M4, add a third option for fully automatic fire. The inclusion of an auto sear and a hook on the back of the hammer allow continuous operation while the trigger is depressed. Moving the selector to auto, the disconnector is disabled from moving and will be unable to hold the hammer when fired. The auto sear is now able to rotate into a recess in the selector. After a shot is taken, the auto sear rotates forward as the bolt carrier comes back, taking control of the hammer. As the bolt carrier returns forward, the back of the carrier trips the auto sear, releasing the hammer just after the bolt closes.